It's officially Christmas cookie box season, and this year's box is absolutely my favorite that I've ever made. Today's recipe is the most incredible sugar cookie with marbled icing, and my favorite part of this recipe has to be the fact that the dough is eggless. If you tend to be sensitive to eggy flavors like I am, you will love this recipe because there's no aftertaste, no egg yolk. Now, one thing I will say is that the dough will look very crumbly when you finish mixing it together, and that's perfectly fine. Case in point, it rolls out perfectly. And now what I tend to do that is a little bit different from most recipes is I like to cut out my shapes before chilling the dough. This way it's so much easier to roll out and cut out your shape. And because the dough comes together so much easier for repeated batches, you're never going to overwork the dough. For the marbled icing, you're going to create this delicious icing recipe using 0 egg again, and just drop a few drops of food coloring in it before using a toothpick to swirl it around. And the result is this gorgeous marbled texture. I am obsessed with this method of icing cookies. Here's my little forest all finished, and quick pro tip, if you see these air bubbles in your cookies, especially using this dunking method of icing them, you can use a toothpick to pop the bubbles when the icing is still wet and it'll dissolve completely. Happy baking!